Hello and welcome to Football, the Forgotten Game. My guest today is a footballing legend from the East Midlands. If you were around in the 1970s, you will certainly know and heard of my guest today. A very warm welcome to Bob Norris. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Darryl. Thank you very much for that. I wouldn't necessarily agree with you, but anyway, thank you.
Bob, when people think of football, they think of the Premier League, the top level. But your story is from the real heartbeat of the game. You played most of your career at non-league level. How was it for you then? How did you get started? And just tell us a little bit about how you got involved in football.
I suppose from schoolboy days, if you like, Darryl, I played through the Nottingham boys setup. Went to Forest at the age of 16. Had 5 years at Forest, never made it. Played a few reserve team games, mainly in the intermediates. People like Sammy Chapman, Bill Brindley, all those sort of people. Went to Mansfield afterwards for a season. Didn't do anything there either, so generally not very good. Ilkeston, and after a season at Ilkeston, I went to Grantham when I was 22, something like that.
Yeah.
And had 10 fabulous years at Grantham with Terry Bly. Terry Bly, best manager I've ever come across. Great man. We were all like family. We won everything for about 5 years. Then started getting a few injuries and started struggling a bit. But
Terry was, of course, very well known as being a player in the great Peterborough United side, of course.
Yeah, I think Terry still holds the record for most goals in the Football League. I think if you look back through the records, he played for Norwich, Peterborough, Notts County, and then went to manage Grantham.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate. The second year he was manager, so I'd had one season as manager. And then I went the second year with about 5 or 6 others who all joined at the same time. We were all about the same age, and we just clicked.
Yeah.
We're dead lucky.
Yeah. So was this, Bob, what year would this be, by the way?
1970.
So it's 1970. So Grantham were playing then in the old Midland League.
Midland League, yeah.
To anyone who's not sure, the Midland League then was all a route into the Football League as well, wasn't it? Because Peterborough went, that was before the restructuring of the league. Yeah,
definitely. It was quite a strong league. I mean, I suppose around here, none of the teams that are in the leagues now, I think Peterborough had gone by the time we joined the league. So, you can't sort of say, well, in latter years we played against Yeovil, Cheltenham, and teams that had gone on, Wigan, we played against Wigan, who were all going through the structure. But the Midland League in those days was just, we won it 1970 and the following year as well, so we won it 2 years running with the likes of Retford, Worksop.
Yeah, some big sides,
Yeah, but there weren't, nationally there weren't.
No, there weren't big sides, but locally they were, and certainly in the Midlands.
Yeah, so it was quite good.
What did playing for Grantham Town mean to you and the local community? How did it affect the local community? What was it like?
Well, we used to get at least 1,000 people watching every week. Grantham Town's old ground used to be in the centre of Grantham. So, we used to get some good crowds. Local community. Terry worked it so, I suppose, like you watch the Premiership footballers nowadays going around the town and meeting school kids and all that.
Yeah.
We used to do all that.
Yeah.
We won the league, so we met the Lord Mayor, I think, for the presentation.
Yes,
open top bus and all that.
Got it,
Load of rubbish, but it was good at the time. It was good.
Yeah.
And it was good for everybody.
So what was the reality then, Bob, the reality of playing non-league football for you? Were you working? Do you have a job alongside football?
We all worked.
So tell us a bit about that.
Well, I mean, in that, say, 1973, 74, we got up to the Southern League eventually, and we'd play Margate on a Tuesday night, where you'd have to leave at 11 o'clock in the morning. There was no motorways or anything like that in those days. And, lads would have to have the 2 days off work because you wouldn't get home till 2 o'clock the following morning.
Right.
And I mean, we'd all got jobs. Everybody got jobs, but you had to sort of work it so you could get time off work.
Gotcha.
And it was hard I was lucky. I suppose I worked at Redmayne, so I worked in the sports trade as well as played.
So that's Redmayne and Todd, famous Nottingham firm.
Used to be.
Yeah. And so did you go there? When did you join Redmayne and Todd then?
While I was playing at Forest, I did 5 years accountancy. I qualified as an accountant.
Right, yeah.
My dad, if you like, asked me to do that, or
Yeah.
made me do that, if you like.
Yeah.
But which I didn't really. Well, I enjoyed it, I suppose, but it gave you background knowledge of business, if you like.
Business, yeah.
But I still preferred to go. I used to go training every lunchtime.
Really?
I used to go down to Forest and run around the track on my own.
Did you really?
At lunchtimes, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
good.
Yeah.
Didn't really know what day of the week
about
it was.
training? Did you train 2 nights a week, 1 night
Tuesdays,
a week?
Thursdays, we used to go down on City Ground.
Yeah.
A bloke called Joe Mallet, who was, again, one of the best coaches I've come across.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers him. Jack Burkitt was around. Remember Jack Burkitt?
From Forest, yeah, famous player, yeah.
He was,
so, and the question is, so what sort of money were you earning there?
Oh, I used to spend my team money playing cards before we got out of the car park. I think I used to get about £3. I think I was on £3 team money.
Really? Yeah. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Good in those days, I suppose, but
yeah.
It didn't last long. Yeah, you know, I'll come on to it if you like, but when I left Grantham, I think we got the chance. I got the chance of joining Arnold.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, you can come, you know, we'll give you £3 a week. Great, thanks. Can my mate Benskin come? Yeah, Benny can come. He says, but you'll have to have £1.50 each. Yeah, and we honestly played for £1.50.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just incredible.
And that was the money. We never got big money.
No.
None of us got big money.
No. So it was, you were playing for the shirt, you were playing for the love of it, truly playing for the love of it.
It was good fun. We were family. Everybody, we'd all go out together everywhere. You know, and we still stay.
Still stay together.
Even now, you know, 50 years on or whatever it is, you know, we still see each other, those that's left alive, and we still meet up and we still got the same crack. You know, it's good.
Incredible. Yeah. Talk to me about the pitches. Now, the pitch at London Road at Grantham was notorious. It was a slope. Yeah. It was mud. It was. But the pitches wherever you played, what were they like then?
Well, the majority was similar. I can't remember playing on any particularly good pitches, but I think in those days, Darryl, you remember, you know, you didn't. You know, early season and late season, they were all bobbly, weren't they? Every pitch was bobbles out. Yeah. I'd like to see a video of how we played in those days, because you watch games nowadays, and if these professionals are playing on a
pristine
pitch,
yeah,
you know, they struggle, don't they?
Yeah.
We must have struggled, but you just got on with it, didn't you?
Was that the case then in those days? Why there were occasionally those big cup upsets, because the players who played at the Football League level might have had a slightly better pitch, or is that not the case?
Darryl, I don't know. We were lucky. We got to the first round proper 3 years on the trot. And we got stuffed by Rotherham. I remember one year where Dave Watson, yeah. He was centre forward. He scored 4 goals against us, and I think Sunderland signed him for £100,000
the day
after.
Yeah.
But he was that was the only time we got stuffed. We beat Stockport, we beat Rochdale, and then we lost to Middlesbrough.
You lost 2-0 to Middlesbrough, was it?
2-0 with Souness and all that lot playing.
Yeah. Because was that at London Road? Was that at Grantham?
Lost 2-0 to home. Yeah. Got 6,000 watching that day.
Can I just ask you, that you say Souness, was he playing? Because Jack was manager, wasn't he?
Big Jack was manager.
Big Jack was manager.
Was definitely playing. And Hickton, was it Hickton? Armstrong?
Oh, yes, yeah.
You know, we've got...
What a side that
Brent Orabin was the stats man. He's got programmes and everything.
Yeah.
For this, you know.
I mean, that was incredible.
It was,
to play them,
Yeah.
About the facilities then, what were the facilities like? What was your changing room like? And I mean, the question that we're asking most of the players of your generation, my generation, you know, was there a big plunge bath? Did you have the big bath? Yeah,
we had a big bath where you get 15 lads jumping in a big bath. I used to always try and get in one of the first, because it was reasonably clean in those days. The water was clean when you got in. By the time you come out, it was all mud. Yeah. But I mean, that was half the fun of it, though. You used to, you know, and buckets of water flying around, cold buckets of water.
Some of them having a fag?
Yeah, there probably would be. There's a couple of lads actually who always did smoke. The captain actually in them days had come from Peterborough, Colin Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
And he did like a fag. Right. He'd always got a fag on, he had.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, that was just... Terry was the best manager, I say. We had a few overnight trips, and there was a few of the lads who go back to the room, and they'd have the kit bag, which was the boots and everything else in it. Yeah. And they'd have a few bottles of beer, and you could hear them clanking as they were going up to the room. But he let them get on with it, you know. Some would be on the booze, some would be messing around, you know. As long as you did it for 90 minutes on a Saturday, he didn't bother.
Yeah.
Terry was great like that.
So, Bob, did because you were playing at non-league level, did you ever feel overlooked compared to league players? Was that something that bothered you, or did you just get on and play?
God, probably like yourself. You know, I think at one time I think the Scunthorpe manager came to see me. But I mean, I'd got a reasonable job. I'd just got married, got kids. You know, and
you didn't want to.
Are you better off playing non-league football and enjoyed it, or travelling to Scunthorpe and getting hardly the same?
Yes, yes.
So that was about the only real opportunity.
Yeah.
So the rest of it, you didn't come into it really.
I mean, the Grantham team at that time, you were, to anyone who was around at that time, you were an outstanding group of individuals and a great team. I mean, it's and it is, in my opinion, it's not unfair to say that you were revered as a player locally, as in the Midlands. Bob Norris was always a very well respected name. But tell me about some of the other players, some of the other guys who were in the side.
We had no prima donnas at all.
No.
And that was, I suppose, Terry, if you like. But, you know, I suppose Clough did it at Forest, didn't he? With Hartford, was it? Did he sign? Whoever he signed, you know, you're one of a bunch of 15 people, and that was it.
Yeah.
There was no superstars, no nothing. We were all one. You know, nobody, no backbiting, no nothing. Just got on with it.
Just gone on and played your football.
And that's how we've always done, Darryl. Every team I've got involved with, before, after and since, you sort of keep that. I think if anybody thinks they're above the rest of you, you get rid of them.
And so
you don't want that.
The dressing room atmosphere, it must have been brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You'd just be getting ready to go out and somebody would come and cut your laces.
Yeah.
You know, and you'd be panicking like hell, you know, you've got your boots, you're all ready to go and warm up. And so you'd have to get a new pair of laces. And the fun we used to have, Darryl, was unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, it was fun more than anything. We were relaxed.
Tell me about the warm-up then. So what sort of warm-up did you do before the game?
Well, you didn't have anything planned, did you? You know, you see things nowadays. I mean, we used to say, you'd have your mate stood on the halfway line, you'd stand probably halfway through, down the, you know, near the touch line and just smack it at
Smack a ball at it, yeah.
You know, and just warm up in your own way.
What was it, 5 minutes, 10 minutes before kick-off?
10 minutes,
Yeah.
And then you go back and then come out.
What about tactically then? What did Terry did?
No tactics, just individual. You know, right? You know, I used to play up front if you like. Just get the ball down, don't give it away, get your first touch right and everything. You know, it was just
that was
basics.
It. Yeah.
Basics.
Was that trust?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I had a spell. I was lucky. I scored quite a few goals to start off with. Then I dried up, and he was brilliant because I suppose as an ex-striker he'd know. And he said, just keep going there. They'll come, you know. And eventually they did come, but you know, as you say, you got 10 or 12 matches without scoring. And start worrying, you know.
So if I were to ask you, is the one memory, one thing that comes to mind from your time at is there any specific thing that stands out that you could say that epitomises what we were like? That's what made us different. Or that I recall.
I think we had 5 seasons with virtually the same side, Darryl. So you sort of say the first 5 years I had there, which climaxed with playing Middlesbrough, were probably the best. You know, the Middlesbrough game was probably the big game,
one,
if you like.
Yeah.
But then we got relegated. We got a lot of injuries. We did get relegated. Then we started coming back slowly, and I did finish up player manager at the end because Terry left 1979, I think.
Yeah.
And we'd come from way back. We were about 6th in the league, I think, with games in hand. And, you know, if we won all the final games, we could catch Merthyr Tydfil, who were top.
Yeah.
And, of course, we won the last 6 games, we won the league.
You won the league.
Which, again, was quite a big highlight, really.
Absolutely,
you know.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But, you know, you talked about money earlier. Anyway, we didn't get much money, you know. The money side didn't come into it.
No.
But it was good.
No, but then that's probably more typical of that time.
Yeah.
It's probably not so typical now.
No, it's different now. You know, I suppose, as you know, my son, my youngest son, he's played semi-pro, if you like, and you listen to some of the money that some of the lads are getting nowadays.
And that is frightening.
Well, you know that. Yeah, it is frightening.
Yeah. What did a typical away day look like then for Bob Norris? So you're at Redmayne in Todd. You've alluded to the fact that you had to leave early. So What's a typical away day look like?
Oh, brilliant. Well, Benskin, he was a rep. So I used to meet up with Benny, and we'd arrange to meet the bus somewhere on the A1 usually, because we were going south. And Benny, he wasn't the best timekeeper, so we'd perhaps stop for a coffee on the way.
Oh,
you know,
right,
and
yeah,
invariably
yeah,
we'd miss the bus or keep it waiting,
Yeah.
you know, and we'd catch the bus and we'd go away, and you'd be playing cards or something on the bus, you know. Again, Terry wouldn't let you play, never big money. You know, you could never, so it didn't affect anybody. And then we'd just mess around a bit before the game, play the game, come straight back home. It was good. But we were family singing. Again, Orobin, I don't know if you ever saw him.
Yeah.
He used to take Mick Jagger off brilliant.
Did he really?
And he'd get all the music going in those days, you know. Yeah, he just had a good sing-song on the bus. It was great.
Directors and that, were they local businessmen then?
Yeah, the chairman during the good days was editor of the Grantham Journal.
Oh, right.
So he was a newspaper man.
Yeah. So you got good reports then?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
But they were, I suppose, reasonably justified in the early days, anyway.
Ernie, who played up front with you, you were telling me a little story earlier that you say you should get £1 for every...
Oh, yeah. For every 100 over 1,000 watching, we used to get £1 bonus. But Ernie he was the money man. If anybody wasn't happy with the wages or with anything that we got, we'd go and see Ernie.
Yeah.
But he'd know how many were in the gate, whether he got a gate man working for him or he'd be counting the crowd. So to make certain we get the money right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. And he's still the same. We still see him and he's still the same. But he's... Yeah, he was good.
How good a player was he?
Oh, well, Darryl, I don't know.
So this is Ernie Nixon we've
I
talked
was
about.
lucky because he was at Forest when I went there.
Yeah.
When I first went to Forest, Ernie was the same age and we grew up. We had 5 years at Forest together.
Yeah.
It was great. For me, it was great because he took all the knocks.
Yeah.
I was the glory man.
You're the glory boy.
And he was the one who'd get his head kicked in.
Yeah.
You know, going in for a cross or something like that, and I'd just pick up the bits and pieces. So it was good.
Yeah, we talk about footballs and how different they are. How different were the balls? I mean, to the people watching, sometimes they find it very difficult to understand how heavy they were.
Darryl, in 1958, my first memories of playing kids' football, if you like, you had a great big leather football with laces in it. Mm. You'd have toe cap boots.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not kidding now.
No,
you tell the kids nowadays they don't believe you. But yeah, I mean, and you couldn't lift it some weeks, you know, it was that heavy.
That heavy.
Yeah.
Because they were leather and it used to absorb the water and so if it was raining.
And if you had it on the laces.
Yeah.
So I mean, the ball's different game nowadays. Different game, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, things changed gradually, didn't they? You know, you didn't realise it was changing.
How physical was it though?
Yeah, not really. I mean, the physical side, you had to look after yourself. We played against a few ex-professionals. I mean, I remember I was lucky to play at Stamford Bridge once for Forest Reserves against Ron Sillett, was it? Peter Sillett? Yeah. I think I happened, one and only time I went past him, and he threatened to break my leg, and if you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you know. Yeah. And scared me to death.
Really?
There was a big lad at Yeovil, big centre half. I got 6 stud marks in the middle of my back as he fell over and he trod on me. Yeah. You know, things like that. Hannibal at Burton Albion.
Yes.
Phil Hannibal.
So did they get away with more? Then?
Oh yeah.
Players got away with a lot more.
Yeah. He just got on with it, didn't he? You didn't have all this diving around or anything like that.
No,
it was good.
Shin pads?
Yeah. Pads, but to say.
I mean, you played up front, so did you get many from behind? You got lots of
Ankles,
that?
Yeah. Mick Wilde, did you remember Mick?
Oh,
Wilde?
he was...
Wilde was
oh, dear. Yeah. He was naughty.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Were the moments then that you played, you thought that, you know, this is sort of a bit naughty, a bit different, you know, is a completely different world. What was it like actually playing in those moments?
Darryl, all I remember when we went up from the Midland League to the Southern League, I think, the first game we played Worcester City, I think, and there was a lad playing there who played in the league, I can't remember his name, but it was so quick, I thought, too much for me this, I'm not going to cope with this, you know. But after about 3 games, you adapted to the pace and you got used to it, and we were all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I used to play Sunday mornings for, you know, I mean, you just adapt
So
to what it was.
you played Saturday and then
Not when I was
not
with
then,
Grantham,
no.
When I first started at Forest, we used to play Saturday mornings in the intermediates. So I'd go and play Saturday afternoons on Bridgeford Park.
Yeah.
For West Bridgeford Boys Brigade.
Boys,
Old Boys,
yeah.
Right, and then Sundays I played for Travellers.
Wow.
They
were
some
proper
good lads
side,
playing for
yeah,
Travellers.
yeah,
Lots of lads
Travellers,
playing
yeah.
in the Midland League on Saturdays, played on Sundays.
Yeah, yeah.
So you had to adapt to everything, you know, and you know, anyway, it was good.
You're in a perfect position because your son played non-league football for many years and you've watched it. Has non-league football changed from your time to now?
It's quicker and technically better, I think. You know, I mean, I can't remember how we used to play, Darryl. I can't. I'd like to see some videos because it wasn't. Go on. I played a few games for managers who got blackboards out and start, like you were saying earlier. You know, where we want the fullbacks to overlap and we're going to play 3 at the back. And I think the good teams that Rob's played for, my son's played for, you know, just let him play.
Yeah.
Just go and enjoy it, you know, and get, you know, do
the pitches are certainly better, aren't they? I mean,
yes, they're a lot better.
You would have died, like me, I would have died to play some of the pitches that you see them play on now.
Yeah.
And of course, the advent of 4G pitches has made it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether 4G's, obviously it's good from a money point of view. You know, you don't get games cancelled because you've got a 4G pitch. And yes, you don't get the bobble in, do you? But I don't know whether it's good on the legs, is it? You know,
come on, I mean, there's a lot of players who are suffering and can't play. Of a generation.
Yeah, but no, it's the way forward, I suppose.
What do you make of the modern game? You know, you watch plenty of football. What do you make of it?
Well, I think you can always tell the players who can play. I think I don't think they encourage natural ability so much nowadays. You know, I think anybody who can play tends to get criticised if he gives the ball away. Anything like that, you know. Terry would always say, "Well, do him again." You know, if you lose it, do him again. And if, 2 or 3 times, do it again.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you know, you make one mistake and they'll drag you off or something.
That's right. Yeah. Has something been lost then, Bob? Something been lost in the game? Is there a passion? Is there a feeling? Is there a?
I think it's got too technical. I do, Darryl.
Yeah.
I think there's too much emphasis put on coaching. I'll tell you another good story, really, because, again, probably 1980s this was.
Yeah.
And we used to know Mick Walker quite well. Mick
Walker,
Walker, school teacher at Mandela School.
Yeah.
And we used to go training with him. We used to
coach,
go training, Benny Benskins, myself and John Bauer.
Yeah.
Used to go training on the embankment with him at lunchtimes.
Yeah.
So Mick would run us around. So anyway, the Notts County Reserves were playing at Burnley one Tuesday night and were short. Right, so he rings me up, so I said, "Can you come?" "Yes, I can go. And can you bring Chris Townsend, centre forward from
Right. Oh yeah. From
so
Arnold,
Chris and I went to play for Notts County Reserves at Burnley. So going up there on the bus, he's got his blackboard out. Mick has on the front of the bus, and he's saying, "Right, you know, I want you to do this." And I think it got me playing in midfield then, and we were marking space for corners.
Yeah.
Right, which I'd never done in my life before. In fact, Terry Bly used to kick me out of the penalty area.
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Yeah.
So I think I was on the edge of the 6-yard box. I was. So after 5 minutes, there's a corner.
Yeah.
And I'm stood on the edge of the 6-yard box where he told me to stand, and this great big number 4 from Burnley comes up and got about 6 foot bigger than me and headed it in the top corner. So Mick wasn't very happy with that, or not happy with me anyway. So I think we changed that. But I think that's what's wrong with the game. You know, in the way we were brought up was, you know, you just mark your man, whoever your man was, and try and put him off heading the ball.
Well, this is a thing now, isn't it? When you see what's happening with corners, particularly the dragging down the corners. You and I would have been. You have a man, you get goal side, you know, and it's you against him. So the ball comes in. You've got to better your man than your man you're marking. As long as everybody's marked. Yeah. We always put people on the posts in case, but you never see any of that now, do you?
No, it's different, but it's the way it is. You know, it changes. It'll get worse, won't it? Or get better, whichever way you look at it. But you know,
what's Bob Norris most proud of then from his time playing football? What's if we look back and we say there's something you did or have done Doesn't need to be a specific, but
I played for England. I played for England youth team.
yeah,
Which I suppose you'd be proud
Yeah,
of. But
absolutely.
But again, Wolf McGuinness was manager,
really,
and he was a Blackburn man,
yeah,
and I hadn't got a clue what he was talking about. I used to play left wing in those days.
Yes.
And it's nice to say you've done it. I don't think I did myself any favours. I was quite young and naive. I used to sit in the corner. We've got David Nish playing, Colin Suggett, Ray Graydon.
Really?
Quite a few good players
yeah,
playing.
yeah.
But I never used to speak to anybody. I used to sit in the corner.
Did you not?
No, it's only as you get older you learn these things. And I suppose, you never expressed yourself on the field. I used to, as I say, used to sit there, didn't like talking, didn't know anybody particularly well. And the same for a few years till I got to Grantham.
Yes, and that
changed it.
So that in itself, socially, that was a great thing for you.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Best thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're with your mates and you could do anything and get away with it. Whereas,
What did the game give to you? What did playing the game give you then? It's obviously a huge amount of satisfaction, but
it taught me. You talk about education. When I was 11, I played with Trev Mulvaney. Do you know Trev?
Trev, yeah.
Who was Jack the lad.
Yeah.
Been into everything, but I used to think Trev was brilliant. He used to look after me.
Yeah.
I was born in Bread and Lard Island, if you like.
Yeah,
So they all used to take the mickey out of me.
Bread and Lard Island, yeah.
Bill Brindley, Bread and Lard Island, But the best thing, it educates you to meet all sorts and get on with all sorts. It doesn't matter where you're from or anything, any backgrounds.
Yeah.
And I think sport is a great leveler, whether it's football, tennis, or whatever you play.
Yeah. Well, the fact that you're still meeting now with players who you played with, and you're meeting socially, you're still together. So that's got to be a real positive.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, well,
and that won't happen in many sides.
No, Well, we played vets. You talked about vets earlier. We played with Bill Huckabee, who you must know, Darren Huckabee's dad.
Yes, yeah.
Who was, I'd never really come across him till you're 90 or whatever. When you're playing vets. But he was a great lad. Stevie B, there was a lad called Stevie B who I never come across, but great player. Alan Bird. All these local lads who.
Yeah.
They played locally, and I suppose when we were at Grantham, we missed that because we had 10 years where we didn't come across local teams.
Yeah.
But you mix with them and still mix with them. Yeah. We still see them.
Would you do it all again?
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Certainly. Yeah. And not really change anything.
Yeah.
All right.
You've gone on to for a successful career in business because you supply kits now, and you supplied kits in your business to back in the days Saudi Arabia in the World Cup, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that again, Darryl. We're lucky. Go right back to Redmayne's days, where I was lucky that my father was obviously very involved at Redmayne's, and I used to look after Notts County, Forest, and Derby.
Yeah.
You got Tommy Docherty at Derby at that time. Jimmy Cyril at Notts County and Clough, of course, who used to scare the life out of me. Yeah. At Forest, so you used to go down there and see them.
So you supplied Forest then, did you?
Yeah.
And was Brian Clough involved in that?
Yeah, very much so. Very much hands on. Yeah. So he used to scare me to death.
Really?
Yeah, brilliant. I did play squash with him 2 or 3 times.
Did you?
Shaking, but good. Good with it. Really good guy, I think. Different, but
incredible.
Good.
So the final question is then, Bob, for you in football now, what's your plans? Are you still going to be watching it? You're still going to be?
Yeah, I think gone at the moment, as I say, Rob's not playing because of his ACL. Got grandsons, got 4 grandsons, if you like, coming up. That will play. I'm sure I'll go and watch them all the time.
Yeah.
One's 6, one's 8. They
proper
play.
Age, to stop playing.
They're not bad. I don't think they'll play semi-professional or anything. They'll play to a level.
Yeah.
And I'll still. Hey, that's part of your life, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Saturdays and Sundays, I can still go and watch football.
Yeah.
Freezing and cold.
Oh yeah. Of course, yeah.
It's a way of life.
Yeah. Bob Norris, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here on Football, the Forgotten Game. if you've got a story to tell, we'd love to hear from you as well. If you were involved in football in the 50s, 60s and 70s, like Bob Norris, please follow the link below. But for now, Bob Norris, thank you very much indeed, my friend.
Thanks, Darryl. Thank you.